Right, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Look at this. You've seen the news. Apparently, we've got a Mad Max Furiosa movie. Essentially, it's a prequel, which will focus on Furiosa, Charlize Theron, which will have a Yahya Abdul-mateen in it as well. Now, this is interesting. It doesn't come from like an overly locked in reputable source. It's not like a terrible source or anything like that, FYI. But it's interesting. So we got, again, this just brief bit of news here. Some potential great news for Mad Max fans, as a new rumour claims that director George Miller is indeed planning a follow-up to Fury Road and is expecting to begin prep as soon as he's done filming his current project, which is 3,000 Years of Longing. Now, according to Collider's sneidercut podcast, so that's the source is Collider, the movie is indeed being developed as a Fury Road prequel. Okay. And we'll focus on a younger Furiosa before she became one of Immortan Joe's Imperators. Snyder seems doubtful that Charlize Theron will reprise the role. That's fine. Why would she? She's older now. It's a prequel. Okay. However, and believes a younger actress will wind up being cast. Apparently, Snyder's also heard that the Watchmen and Aquaman actor Yahya Abdul-mateen 2 is being basically eyed for the male lead. Look, I'm all for a Furiosa movie. I liked Furiosa in Mad Max. Fury Road on a whole was great. But, I mean, it's called Mad Max. Give me Mad Max being mad. Give me Max being mad. Seriously. Now, obviously, it's very early days, and Snyder cautions that we should take this with a pinch of salt for now. But hopefully it does come together, and it would be disappointing if the run didn't return. Well, I don't know, that's fine. But perhaps we could see her and Tom Hardy back in the saddle for a more direct sequel to Fury Road at some point. Right, so my main issue with this is, it's fucking Mad Max. Give me Mad Max. Right? You know? The thing is, that what has made this so delayed, apparently I've got a stammer now, apparently what made this so delayed was George Miller essentially going to court with Warner Brothers. I believe it was Warner Brothers who was the production studio behind it, over money, right? That's what it was over, because essentially George Miller went and sued Warner Brothers. It was for unpaid earnings because they ran over, but the argument was they ran over due to things outside of his control. It was to do with Warner Brothers forcing them to run over, essentially forcing him into a position where they wouldn't make money, right? Where he wouldn't make that little extra money off the top, which, hey, look, if it's contracted, the guy deserves it, right? I've nothing. Don't break contracts is the point of this story. And that's why we've not got a follow-up to Fury Road, which was a great film. I absolutely love Fury Road. It's not a movie which particularly benefits from being in 3D, but it's one of those films which really, it doesn't need much of, the narrative is told through music and scenes and visuals, basically. It's just a beautiful piece of filmmaking. And for the follow-up to be a Furiosa prequel is a bit poo, you know? It's a bit anticlimactic, I'm sure you'd agree. And I want to see a Furiosa story, no qualms about that. But just give us a Fury Road sequel as well. You know, what's happening with Max being mad in the world? Tell me that story. I want to go there. So, and also as well, look, Yahya Abdul-mateen. He's not a staggering actor. So him as a male lead, it's questionable. I've heard he's done good things in HBO's Watchmen. I've not personally watched it, so I don't know. But everything else I've seen him in, he's fine. He's not a standout. I wouldn't. Put it this way, I wouldn't put him as a lead. I wouldn't put him as a male lead. But maybe this will be his big breakout, and he obviously has auditioned for the role, and he's been very, very good. Who knows? But anyway, guys, love to hear your thoughts, so please do let me know down below in the comments. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Stay up to date on the world of pop culture and movie news by hitting the bell notification icon. Also, subscribe to my backup channel. It's more Mr. H reviews. I will be migrating all of my older movie reviews over there, retrospectives, comedic-based hate reviews, such and such forth, because YouTube is doing something very strange with my current channel. So, this channel will still be up here, it will still be running, it will still be moving, but If there's something that you've missed from my back catalogue, which I've spent an awful lot of time on, it will probably be uploaded over there. So it's worth hitting subscribe and it's worth turning the bell notifications on, because I get asked all the time, did you do this? You need to talk about this. And I go, here's a link, mate. I've done it. I did it a year ago or 2 years ago. This is the byproduct of being on YouTube for a fair while. I do cover stuff and it gets missed. So hit subscribe to more Missed Age reviews. It's down below in a pinned comment. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been Missed Age. Take care.